Hello again, everybody. Small local guy here, with a look at the stuff I got from the Welspool and Llanfair transport weekend. This actually took place in Welspool, obviously in Wales. So it was only a small show. I had my layout. Brewery Lane there. I still haven't put the buildings back on it yet. They're all in various boxes around the room at the minute. So there was me, my layout. There was the club's layout for children to play with. A fantasy themed layout, which is also one of the club members. Sort of Harry Potter, Hogwarts, Lord of the Rings, anything like that. There was actually a Lone Star stand he was showing Trebolo, which I think's N-gauge, but I'm not sure. Might be a slightly larger scale, but it might be N-gauge track. I don't know. Lone Star Trebolo. I didn't even know Lone Star did Trebolo. I think Lone Star was an American company. A bit like Dinky, almost. And Matchbox. Anyways, enough about that. Who else? Somebody with a quite impressive. Well, it was only a small DC layout, but the way he had it set up, it was almost like he was running DCC, but he wasn't. They were all DC locos. It's kind of hard to explain. He was basically running most of his isolating sections through a computer. Basically, if you think of how the railways are run now, you don't have signal boxes anymore or anything like that. You've got a central control with sections along the line. So so it'll track where the locos are. So if a loco enters a section, it'll track it through that section. If there's a loco in the next section, it'll stop it, stop the loco behind. Going on like that. So he had it set up like that, which I thought was quite impressive. And this was only part of his layout. He has more, but he couldn't fit it all in today. Yeah, there was a few model aircraft, and that's about it, really. Anyways, there was a woman there selling off some old stock. I think it was Partners, I'm not sure. Anyways, she wants to get rid of it. He wasn't around anymore, he's passed on, so hang on. Sorry about that, just had to put the cat outside. Well, just outside this room, because it meows all the time. Yeah, she was selling off a lot of her stock, or late husband's stock, I should say. The way she had stuff priced, I think she'd been on eBay and looked at some of the sellers who sell stuff for over the top prices. I mean, let me get an example. So this is a Hornby 8F, probably from the late 70s, 80s, probably right up to the 90s. This is the older one with the motor and the tender. Now these fetch, I don't know, £29, £30 at a push, really. Paid about 25 for mine. In box, mint, brand new, never been. Well, box wasn't, but the loco's brand new, mint, never been run. She had two of these in British Railway livery. In box, they're identical. She wanted £15 for one and £45 for the other, something like that. And I thought, well, it's a bit silly, isn't it? I mean, if it was a current Hornby Railroad one, or even a current Hornby top of the range one, would have been an absolute steal. And I did actually have a right steal offer as well. But yeah. Oh, Scottish Railway Maniac, you'll know about this. Well, you won't know. But anyways, she had a whole load of Lima TCLs out of a DMU unit. If you don't know what a TCL is, I'll explain another time when I'm doing some DM videos of my DMUs. diesel multiple units. How much? I can't remember how much you paid. Scottish Railway Maniac. Was it £15, £10 for yours off Hatton's? Which is probably about top end price for one, really. She wanted £25 per coach. I mean, I'd happily pay £25 for a power end, but a centre coach, just no. No. What else did she have? Let me just think about this. Oh, tell you what. Here's the best example that I found. Quite annoying, and yet funny at the same time. Move some of these out of the way. Now, this is a class 67, which used to run on the Wrexham and Shropshire Railway, which ran from Wrexham, obviously, which is a Welsh county, borders with Shropshire, English county, and then we run down to London. Only lasted about 3 years, this service. Weren't making enough money, or something like that. Anyways, she had a loco identical to this, just with a different name, Shropshire Lad, which is the one I really wanted, actually, because it's a Shropshire nickname. If you're from Shropshire, you got to be called a Shropshire Lad, which I am. And she wanted £130 just for just this unit here, basically. I got this unit, Thomas Telford, with the DVT dummy, which is a driving van trailer, I think it is, or trailing DVT. Yeah, something like that. Basically, which allows you to drive this from this, so you don't have to run around your train, basically. The engine's still in this. This is just a dummy. This is just pushed along. What's my phone on? Right. I'm just going to have to cut the video here. Sorry. Yeah, as I was saying, driving trailing basically allows you to stop you from it. Allows you to run around your train when you've got your coaches behind your train. Well, basically, without uncoupling, going around, coupling up again, all that. You can be in, offload your passengers, put more on, and go. Providing you can actually go. Anyways, I got the pair for £130, which isn't bad considering you go from about 140 to 160 on the internet. And especially these Wrexham Shropshire ones, they're quite hard to get hold of. I've been after one of these since they came out, and this was, oh god, when did these come out? When whoever can tell me when the Wrexham Shropshire livery came out, I'll be how long I've been after one of these. I couldn't get one new. They were just gone instantly. And, well, that was it. Nobody stocks them anymore. Not that I can find, anyway. And they're never going to bring them back because the company went bust. Anyways, so yeah, I found that really, really annoying. And she wouldn't move on her price. She just wouldn't move. And I thought, well, it's not exactly brand new. It has been run. It's going to need new traction tyres within the year because they are perished. Quite badly cracked. So I'll have to get some new traction tyres. It only cost me like £5, but still, I've got to do the work and just, yeah. And I said, I'm pretty sure these meant to come with etched nameplates. And I asked her where she was, and she said, I don't know. I don't know anything about these. So I just thought, oh, alright, okay. What else did she have? There's something else. Oh! A Lima Western. I won't go and get mine. If you go back on my 100 subscriber video, it's second shelf in the first cabinet towards the right hand side. It's a maroon diesel. She had a Desert Sands version of one of those prototype one, I think it was. £15, right? That's cheap, I would have bought that. So I said, oh, can I go and try it? She said, yeah. It didn't work. So I said, oh, so I said, oh, it doesn't work. Would you take, £8 for it, £9, £10? I said, no, I'm not moving on price. I said, why? It's not working. I'm going to need to strip it, clean it, possibly even get new parts. I'm not moving on my price. So I gave up arguing with that over. And then I found a Great Western Manor class, and I thought, oh, I've been after one of these for a while. But the tender wasn't on the stand. So I asked her where, and she said, oh, it's at home. Well, I go, well, what's the use of it being at home? I would have happily taken the Manor off you for £15 if it was working or not. I was going to rename and renumber it anyway to 7822 Foxcote Manor from the Llangollen Railway, which is where I volunteer. So that was just, that went off as well. So, yeah. Logic, complete, just some people's logic. Anyways, got this, I'm happy now. She had the coaches for this as well, which wanted £30 each for the coaches. I've seen them going for £9, look, £10 new on eBay, inbox. Come on. Don't you check your prices? Said to her, just take it to Hatton's, you'll get money off them from. They won't give you as much, but you'll have money, and I can go and buy them cheaper. Because Hatton's, second-hand stuff depends. Some stuff they do put up quite stupidly high, but so a lot of the time they're all right. Especially, I'm a regular there. Let's say that. Even if I don't buy anything, if we're passing up by Widnes, Liverpool, we'll always go in and have a quick look. I'll probably end up coming out with something. It's inevitable. Oh, we're going to Hatton's. Great, better get the wallet out. Anyways, going off track here. So, yeah. Anyways. So, I walk away for a bit. Actually went off with my cousin and her boyfriend off into town for a bit around welspool. Probably about 2.5 hours. Didn't realise how long I was gone. Came back and she put some more stuff on the stand. Yeah, she put some more stuff on the stand. I come back, and this is on there. And I look at it. I have to look at it again. So I'll tell you the price in a minute. So this is a Bachmann WD War Department Austerity 280 loco. Probably some people say these are not the prettiest locos in the world, and I'd probably agree, but I have a thing for big locos with lots of little wheels, as in 9Fs, 8Fs, 7Fs. Yeah, 7Fs, 8Fs, whatever, like that. Sorry, I have to keep cutting the camera. Anyways, so I got this. So moving a little bit, sitting back in my chair. Yeah. Really nice model. I do like the WD austerities. Actually, I'll just disconnect the tender. It might be too hard to jump, so I'll just leave it on for now and just carefully move it. Don't like that. There we go. It's kind of like an 8F, but not quite. An 8F has quite a boxy firebox, as you saw that earlier a minute ago. I looked at this tender and thought it's more of an American looking tender, but it's not. These are British built. So I like it. It's quite a different loco. Anyways, these now more current ones, which have got tender pickups and DCC ready and whatever else, are about 125 to 130, maybe 140 pounds, depending where you go. This one's a bit of an older one, probably 2007, 2008, maybe a bit later, maybe a bit earlier, not sure. It's pretty much brand new. It hardly run. I think all the detail pack was out. I'm just trying to check now if the brake rigging for the tender was on. Yeah, okay, there's no provisions for tender brake rigging, so yeah, all the detail pack was there, which are fitted, you know, so vacuum pipes, the front steps, drain cocks down there, blow down valves, whatever. Brake rigging under the main loco. I'm not going to tip it up, actually, yeah, well, I'll pick it up and show you. Down the centre there, fitted that. Quite a fiddly job actually. It's no glue involved, it's all just pin and hole. Line up the pins in the holes, obviously, yeah, all that. It doesn't have painted cab detail, later the newer ones do. Anyways, I paid £40 for it. Now, Scottish Railway Maniac, I've already told him this, and he's quite jealous of this, and I can see why. It would have been nice to get one of the ones in Longmoor Military Railway, blue and red. But, you know, a BR black one's nice. But, you know, I'll keep looking out for others. I always do. Once this hobby gets you, it's stuck to you forever. It's a bug. So I will be reviewing both of these another time, but I'm just going to keep going on about these. So it was pretty nice, even if it is a small haul, but I suppose 2 great locos for it, so I'm not really complaining. But saying that, I have come away from a show with far more stuff for the same amount of money. But, oh well. I definitely won't be buying off her again unless I see something stupidly low priced like the Austerity. I don't think her other one of these will sell unless, to be fair, somebody stupid buys it. Because they are just buying these units on their own, just the diesel itself, is about £80 on eBay, £60 to £80. I mean, you know, I'm trying to avoid saying some stuff, really. Just trying to keep it family friendly. So yeah, one thing I have done to this, it did have couplings both ends. I've taken the coupling out and just fitted the blank end of the buffer. I haven't fitted the rest of the detail pack because only half of it's here, so I can't. I have got some coaches like the ones it would have pulled, which are BR Mark III coaches that ran with the Intercity 125s. And if you're from Australia, the 125 looks like the XPT, just different rolling stock behind it. Cat's awake. So yeah. Anyways, apart from that, it was a good show. Really friendly. We knew the guys anyway. I've got a contact that I've known for a while, but I've actually only got his number recently. Who I'm going to be doing some loco servicing for later this year, maybe, because he can't quite. Well, A, he hasn't got the patience to do it, and B, he can't actually, do it. He is getting on quite. How old is he now? He's not. Well, I say friend. He's more a friend of my grandpa's, but I know him. He's a friend of the club, so we're doing a bit for him. Getting mainly old trying locos that need doing, so nothing too hard. It's more when it gets up to modern locos is where I struggle. I mean, I'm alright with some. But, yeah. There was plenty of vintage cars and even some steam lorries going past. Didn't actually see many of those because I was always inside and I always missed them. And then I thought, oh, I'll wait for the next one to come. And of course my cousin and her boyfriend turns up. We go off out into town, go off to the park. And I think, oh, I've missed it again, haven't I? Anyways, enough about that really. So, yeah. That seems to be about it, I reckon. I've got a few more shows this year. I've got another welspool show. I'm not sure what I'm taking, if I'm taking anything. I might have two welspool shows, actually. One, I don't think I'm taking anything. The second one, I think I am. Don't know the dates for them yet. I'll have to have another look. I mean, Shrewsbury later this year. No, Swindon is next year, I think. Yeah, Swindon's next year. Our club got invited to Swindon to go this October, but they cancelled because they overbooked at the show. So, unless there's a last minute dropout, we won't be going. I'm not too bothered. Neither the club. So, Swindon, here we come next year. I think we're down there for about 4 days. 1 day to get down there to set up, 2 day show, another day to pull everything down and get back home. Sort all that out when it comes to it. Anyways, that's about it. Oh, we've got some other club shows. I'll find out the dates. I'll say when and where. Anyways, so this has been Small Loco Guy, and I will see you guys again soon.